and welcome to 10-Minute Trip, where you follow me, Trip, crazy homeless guy, to the Hollywood Fringe Festival. I have developed a musical called Return Trip. What I did in the first year, after the second time, I died, which is true. That's what we're doing. On today's 10-minute trip, I will be checking my Facebook donations. I will be reading email and maybe even rehearsing because tonight is the Gardenia. And if you have been following the adventures of Trip, yeah, good luck with that. But here's what's going on. So it was last week, March 27th, which was a year since I was released from Cedar Sinai to the Midnight Mission downtown. And my musical focuses on what has happened in the year since that. But it was last week at the Gardenia that was the actual day. And that was the day that I came out as the crazy homeless guy that they didn't know was a crazy homeless guy. That was great. And then I did a really happy song because, you know, can't sing him a sad song after that, Trip. You cannot. That would not have been good. But this week I am, so, you know, I'm out of the closet now as that, and they know about that. And the reason they know about that is because I wrote about it. I did. Oh, you got to know this about me if you don't already. I am desperate for attention. We've been over this many times. I am a narcissist. It's really, I am nothing, but I am all I think about. You know that about me. I was working actually on a way earlier today to see if I could get Facebook and YouTube to broadcast simultaneously. That's how much of a narcissist I am. So I want to be able to broadcast on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. And if I could do that while looking into a mirror, that would be very helpful, I think. Well, I see we have no viewers. That's great. And we're at 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Well, I had promised you that we were going to be looking at donations. Yay! So let's do that. This is live, and but where's my phone? Here's my phone. So let's see how we're doing. Okay. How do I do this? Hello, Facebook.
Reality itself is not the concept. Reality is.
I'll let you know in a second. It's great, right?
And we won't give it a name.
Get airtime. We all like that. Let's see. Fundraisers. There we go. All right, fundraisers. And you have to know how. You have to know how painful it is. You got to know that. Asking for money. I did not ask for money when I was homeless. And now I am asking for money. But, you know, all right. Well, let's see who loves me. Well, okay. That's wonderful. Well, here's where we are, supporters. Oh my God! I have 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes. This 10-minute trip might be ending on time. So my fundraiser. That's me. That's what I look like right there. I'm not sure how good this is going. That fundraiser, right, has now raised $155 is what it's done. Wow. Well, if you knew me, you would know that the government gives me $100 a month. And I have exceeded that on Facebook. That's like a month for me. That's true. $155. Yeah, that's what you want to tell the people. I hate it, but it's true. I get $100 a month, and I can spend it any way I want. So I do. Usually on pot is right where your government dollars are going right there. For being honest, I usually take that $100 and go right to the dispensary. That's the government dollars at work right there. If I can buy an ounce, I do, because you get a deal. Well, anyway. Well, let's see who donated. That's always nice. The last time, this is like $50 more than the last time I checked. So let me see who did what. 6 donors. I have 6 people. I think I have sent. No, did I send everybody something? No, let me see. Hold on. Because here's what they do. It's weird, right? What Facebook does is they say 6 donors, but then they show you all the people that you invited to donate, and then you go to send a thank you, but then you go to send a thank you to somebody that, you haven't donated to, or you go to send a thank you to somebody that you think donated, and then they haven't donated, and then your thank you does not look like a sincere thank you. It looks more like one of those fuck you thank yous is what it does. It's like, oh, thanks for donating to my cause, and then they get it, and then they think, well, but I didn't donate to your cause. I was going to donate to your cause, but now you sent me this, smart ass fucking thank you when I didn't donate, and that's what Facebook does, see? And they put them right next to each other, and then if you're a guy like me, right, you mix them up. This happens to me all the time. On Facebook, it does. It's horrible. I can't always control my hands, which is very frustrating. Hold on. I should really put on my sunglasses while I'm exposing my deepest, darkest emotions. There we go. No, I cannot always control my hands, and it bothers me. And then, what happens is I wind up sending things to people who don't know. Oh, well, so anyway, we gotta, who cares? It's my personal struggle. Shut up. Let's see. Okay, how do I see? Okay, see all. Okay. All right. Roger Audie! Roger Audie, you're so, you're wonderful. No, I can't, well, geez. Now we're going to go over time because Roger's completely worth going over time for. I love Roger Audie. He's funny as fuck. Roger Audie is what the fuck he is. No, Roger's hysterical. They should have a microphone over by the drum set. At the Lyric Hyperion, because Roger's really funny, and you get him in a room by himself, and he will entertain you. You do, Roger Audie. You get him by And I know that, which is why I visited him in the hospital. No, I had a captive audience right there, you know, and I needed rehearsal time, so I would go by Roger Audie's bed and just try out new material. He wasn't awake. He wasn't really awake most of my visits. He doesn't really. I mean, he was happy with the ones that I did do, but he thought he thought they were much shorter than they turned out to be. Ultimately, I would just wait. Is what I would do. In the hospital room is what I would do. I would just wait in the hallway, see, until Roger would fall asleep, and then I would sneak in there and try out comedy material on Roger. He's great. He's a great audience, awake or asleep. Roger Audie. He laughs either time. That's what you don't know. Oh no, he's always laughing. A lot of people might say it's snoring, but I decided in my heart that it was laughter, and it was good laughter. Roger Audie, I love you. I do. Oh, you're wonderful. And who else did? Oh, it's Anne-Marie. It's Anne-Marie. It's, I don't know. It doesn't say what you gave me. Oh my God. That's, Ay, Amory Nash. Amory, yeah, where is it? Yeah, no, she's great. I don't mean to put that up there so that other people who see Anne Marie Nash Valdivia. First of all, Anne Marie, if you ever see this, number one, thank you. That's great. I'm going to talk all about your show in 1 second. But that's wonderful. But here's the deal, Amory Nash Valdivia. You need to change your name, kid, Amory. And I told you this before. I sent this to you. You thought I was being funny. You thought I was just being, it's just one of those, Facebook things that guys do where they tell you funny, but yeah, no, Amory, I was completely serious, sweetheart. Here's what we need to do with you and that name. Ready? I want you to be ready. Let's just sit back here for this. Ha ha ha. And now, coming to you live, it's Anne Marie. How did it go? Oh, no, wait. All right. I'm sorry. There's a reason I'm wearing sunglasses. And it is after 4:20. I don't know what you want me to say about this thing. All right. And now, coming to you live, it's Anne Marie Nashville Diva. No, Anne Marie Nashville Diva, girlfriend, you have got it going on. Anne Marie Nashville. Then when you go on to like The Voice, which you should do, by the way, or America's Got Talent, when you go on there, and you should, your name is Anne Marie Nashville Diva. That's a gift, by the way, Anne-Marie. A lot of people would pay me for my particular kind of consulting genius, is what they do. A lot of people would do that, as they have before. You haven't. My consulting PR genius. A lot of people have used that. Consulting PR genius. A lot of people. Yeah, you haven't really heard of any of them. But a lot of people have used my particular PR resulting genius, Amory. But I am. Look, you gave me a donation, Amory. and Nashville Diva, you gave me a donation, Amory, Nashville Diva. And so I am giving you this gift. This gift I give to you of my genius, really. Yeah, so it's free. A lot of people say that you should not give away your genius, Amory. That is not true. But you have to be careful who you give your genius to. Right. Look at the camera, Trip. No, Amory, you do. You have to be careful. You have to be careful, Amory, about who you give your genius to, but and I give it to you because you're let's talk about you for a second. Let's just talk about Amory. How do I do that? Yeah, okay. That's Amory, Nashville Diva. She's amazing. I saw her show. Bill and I, my housemate upstairs, Bill Wheeler, who, by the way, this is all Bill's art. We'll talk about Bill, always and forever. But this is all Bill's work. But this is Anne-Marie, Nashville Diva, who gave me some money. I saw her show too. It was wonderful to see it. Bill took me. I can't afford anything. Bill took me, but he did. That was. But we had to go. We did, and because I see you, and I see you at the Lyric, and I told, and everything else I told you. But if you haven't seen Anne-Marie, we will talk about Anne-Marie in a future podcast. I will have her on as a guest. That would be great. And everything else I told you, Anne-Marie. I probably said your name too many times. Well, we're 7 minutes over, but what else did you expect? I'm a lonely guy. I guess that's kind of clear. All right, so Anne-Marie, who else donated? I'm not doing everybody who donated. I'm just doing the new ones that I don't know about. Those are the two new ones I don't know about. But the other ones were Mayita, whose show I also saw, Che Divas, and her mom. I love you, Mayita's mom. I do. I have to, because I do. I'll see her tonight. It's not like she's gonna watch this stupid thing, but I am gonna see her tonight. I love her. It's not that I love her more than Mayita. That's me, Mayita. Look at her. She's always doing something amazing. That's Mayita right there. I don't think anybody got a good look at that. Let me try to do it again. That's Mayita. Look at the hair thing that she does like that. She's cosmic. Mayita. I think that's why I love her. It's like we're never mind what it's like with me and Mayita. And if Mayita's mother is watching this, you don't need to know either. All right, I like you, but I like you separately. And here's the deal. I'm sorry. This happens. This happens a lot with me. I don't want mothers and daughters fighting over me. I don't want that. Not again. Oh no, not again. I cannot possibly. No, ladies. Look, maybe this is just in my imagination. I don't know. Only one of you donated. Saying that. But if there's any confusion about where my heart is, any confusion at all, Maida, I love you because you know I do. But no, it's your mom, and it's your mom, and it always has been. Moving on. Oh, and everybody else we talked about the other day, Brenda Varda with her kicky. Where's Brenda Varda? There she is, Brenda Varda. If you haven't seen Brenda Varda, you should, because she's brilliant. She is. She's brilliant. And smart. She's like really smart. And she's got a kicky new do. And if you have not seen the kicky new do, you need to do yourself a favor and do that voodoo that you do so well with that kicky new do, Brenda Varda. Is what you need to do. I love her. She does like coaching and what else does she do? Coaching, and she is also a consultant. I see her sometimes where she collaborates. She's great. Look her up. Herb Moura, who I mentioned the other day. There's Herb right there. Herb Moura, who has seen me when I was a homeless guy, and I would post. It was like I had one reader. Now I have 76, but I had one reader, and that one reader often was Herb Moura. Who I think I met for, I had started to sing with the West Coast Singers. I had momentarily rented a room, and while I had a room for a month, singers, because I would. Because I've had a house for a day. I guess I better go. It was a funny story too. I was just walking by. I didn't even know West Coast Singers at all, really. I did not. I had never heard of them, but I just had an apartment, and I just had gotten a job, and I wasn't homeless for a minute. So I was walking downtown, and there were these people with these billboards, these sandwich boards, right? And and it said auditions, and you know me, so I want and. And I just went to the dispensary, and life is magical, I'm walking along, and I've got a job, and I've got an apartment for a minute, and I see this person with a sandwich board, right, and it says auditions, right? So I said, "What's the audition for?" And they said it was for the West Coast Singers. I said, "Well, what's that?" And they said, "Well, have you ever heard of us?" And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you this. My gaydar on the East Coast in the 80s and 90s was phenomenal. My gaydar was phenomenal in the 80s and 90s, and I don't know what happened after 2000 with my gaydar. I assume there actually was something to the Y2K glitch, because it was right about then that my gaydar went down altogether, and I have tried to repair my gaydar so that I would again obtain my gay superpowers, which have failed me, particularly in California. I have gone to many places where people are in circles and sharing about their lives. And I will go to these circles where people are sitting and sharing about their lives. And I too will sit and share about my life. And I go to these groups sometimes where people do that. And I will hear people's lives and get to know them in a fit for me. It is. I'll be listening to a guy who I kind of know, chat about this, that, or the other thing in this group that I am in. and then this guy will say, well, and that's when my wife told me, and I think, right? Because it's like, it's like a total shock to me that this queen across the room has now made up a wife and kids. I'm thinking, where the fuck did that come from? You? Because I had my money on hairdressers. What I did, my gaydar failed me because I was going to ask you out at some point. And so my gaydar does not work at all in Hollywood. Everybody's gay apparently, or no one is, or I can't tell anymore. It doesn't matter. I'm only gay now because it's there's no point really. Well, I like to sing. And speaking of that, my gaydar, at least on these two, with the sandwich boards and the auditions, was what was working because they were wearing the international costume of lesbian, and there was no way not to spot him with the cargo shorts and the tank top and the tool belt and the construction boots and the slide rule and the plan and the organization and sunscreen. And then any number of smart waters that they would have. They're very prepared, the lesbians. That's why I love them. I love lesbians. There was no knot missing. I was looking around for the motorcycle. I assume they rode together. I don't know. But there was no missing them. And so when they told me that it was a choir, I said, oh. And they said, have you seen us on Facebook, or did you? But the big clue was, well, you might have seen us at Pride. And I thought, I didn't go to Pride. I was not proud at Pride, and so I was not going. But they were at Pride, and that gave me a kind of clue of what kind of choir it might be. So I went upstairs. I can sing. And I must have rolled in there smelling like the dispensary, though. And my name is Trev. And I did just walk in off the street. But I did. They liked me immediately. I have sung in many choirs. I've sung in many gay choirs. I love singing in choirs. It was going to be really good for me to do that. That was going to be great. I had started with the West Coast Singer, and I was working, doing all of the display at Halloween City. And I went from being crazy homeless guy to doing all of the windows for Halloween City in Santa Monica. Because I could, I am that gay. And on the same day that I was hired to do that, I was walking downtown, and there are the West Coast Singers, and I decided to join a choir, so I did. And it started out great. I mean, it was hard for me because I had just moved into this place, and I had been homeless for a long time before that. But I could get it together to go to the West Coast Singers and go to rehearsal, and I was going to start to make friends and see people. But where I was living, the room that I was living in, was totally in South Central, and it was as flea baggy of a room as you could possibly get. It was horrible. And the roommates were in the end psychotic. That's how I wound up homeless again. But we'll get to that. So that was the song. I went from being the homeless guy and the dishwasher who was a homeless guy to designing windows for Halloween City in Santa Monica and joining the gay choir. It was weird, right? And I met Herb Moura there that many times ago. And then I got attacked, and blah blah blah, and all the other shit that happened. But Herb Moura, that's me and Herb Moura, and he's been watching this ridiculous adventure of mine. Really, not since it began, but since it began again. Herb Moura has been a faithful, beautiful human being, is what Herb Moura is. God bless you. If you believe in that, I don't, but I know you do. I think you do. I don't know. But bless you, whoever you believe in. But Herb, you're terrific. And Carolyn Siroff, I don't know who you are, and that makes you even better because I don't, and that's amazing. So these are all the fun. I will tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, none of you who are watching this, but I will say it publicly, and then I got to sign off. I got this text message from somebody who knows about the fundraiser and said that they wanted to donate anonymously for whatever reasons, which I get, blah, 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 who cares? That's totally fine with me. I understand. We'll do it in person, or we'll figure out a different way. And a lot of people, because it's Facebook and it's weird, you never know. And that's the thing. You never know. But if you are one of those people, private message me and we'll talk. This has been 10-minute trip. That was 31 minutes.